less than P class equals data end equals 195, data start equals 77, greater than. Hey everyone, let's dive into what's shaking up the financial world right now. And it's a less than M data end equals 179 data start equals 168, greater than bombshell of a situation. Less than pop class equals data end equals 653, data start equals 197, greater than US stock futures have taken a noticeable dive. And a big part of that is due to escalating tensions between former President Donald Trump and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. Trump's repeated public attacks on Powell, including saying his termination cannot come fast enough, have raised real concerns about the independence of the central bank. That's a huge deal, because trust in the Fed is what anchors investor confidence in the U.S. economy. Less than P class equals data end equals 1096 data start equals 655, greater than. Now we're not just talking about a little market turbulence. Futures for the Dow, S&P 500, and NASDAQ all dropped significantly early Monday. The Dow futures were down more than 300 points, and the S&P and NASDAQ weren't far behind. This came as investors were already returning from the Good Friday market holiday, so the timing couldn't be worse. And with liquidity already thin due to Easter Monday in Europe, the impact hit even harder. Less than P class equals data end equals 1494. Data start equals 1098, greater than. What's got people spooked is the suggestion by Trump's team that firing Powell is actually being considered something that hasn't really been entertained in modern U.S. economic history. That kind of political interference throws the idea of an independent monetary policy into question, and suddenly everything from interest rate projections to the value of the dollar is being second-guessed. Less than P class equals data end equals 1920. Data start equals 1496, greater than. Gold, a classic safe haven asset, shot up to a record high, and the dollar fell sharply against major currencies. That's a classic sign of investors fleeing from uncertainty. Meanwhile, megacap stocks, especially the tech heavyweights, slid. Tesla was down after a delay in the Model Y launch, Nvidia took a hit following reports about Chinese tech developments, and even Alphabet is starting earnings season under pressure. Less than P class equals data end equals 2305, data start equals 1922, greater than. All of this is playing out against the backdrop of ongoing trade tensions with China, a fluctuating tariff environment, and broader global economic worries. It's a volatile cocktail. Even respected figures like Chicago Fed President Austan Goolsbee have stepped in, subtly pushing back against political pressure and emphasizing how crucial Fed independence is to economic stability. Less than P class equals data end equals 2722, data start equals 2307, greater than. So what does this mean going forward? In short, buckle up. With traders now pricing in nearly a full percentage point of rate cuts this year, markets are on edge, and when trust in U.S. financial leadership wavers, the effects ripple far and wide. This clash between Trump and Powell isn't just political drama. It's shaking the core of how monetary policy is expected to function in the world's largest economy. Less than P class equals data end equals 2752. Data start equals 2724, greater than. Stay tuned. This isn't over. Stay subscribed for more videos.